Good afternoon, YouTube. Old Rusty here again, in a creative flat world. Today we are going to talk about filtering mobs, specifically overworld mobs, for you to set up your mob farms, or maybe you just want a certain variety of mob because you don't want to use a spawner. Spawners are great, but spawners are inconvenient at the same time because, well, they're kind of slow. They only spawn somewhere between every, 10 and 30 seconds for either spiders, cave spiders, zombies, or skeletons. Now, of course, there are more esoteric spawners that you can deal with, like magma spawners or silverfish, but we're not going to talk about this today. Today, we're focused on overworld mobs and how you can control both the spawning that they do and how to filter out them once you kind of winnow down what you want. So everyone knows about the good old creeper trick. Put a trapdoor a block above, and this is too low. This was a failed experiment at surface spiders. Put a block, make it so that the creeper only has 1.75 height. It'll suppress all other spawns in a cave spawn or surface, and the only thing you'll ever get spawned in is creepers. But creeper farms are done to death. Everyone knows how to do them because their drops are really useful. What is less commonly known about that is spider spawns. A spider will require a 2x2 blocks, so 4 blocks, in order to do it. These buttons prevent, between the buttons and the fence posts, no spiders can ever spawn here. However, you can also filter out all the other mobs so that only spiders will spawn, as long as you meet certain requirements. Now, having just a spider is only 0.95 blocks high, but having a just solid block right above it, it'll never spawn in. There we go. But you can create a platform where only spiders will spawn with a blank space followed by an upper slab. That gives just enough room for spiders to spawn in and nothing else. I'm not sure why you would ever need this, but if you're ever looking to set up a massive bunch of platforms that only spiders will spawn in, you can do this. This is tileable. Get a nice cave mob cap of just 16 spiders. I guess it could be a pretty good string. But that's not what we're really going to talk about today. I wanted to briefly go over that, and then we'll revisit this spider prevention versus controlling only that in a little bit. So let's say that you have a general mob farm going. In the overworld, and your typical thing, you're going to end up with a couple things. Where is my platform? Oh, there it is. You're going to end up with typically these creatures. A skeleton, occasional zombie villagers, zombies, creepers, and of course witches. Let's say that you get all of these. How can you prevent all these, or not prevent them, how can you sort these without doing it manually? So first off, let's clear out the cap. And then we're going to turn mob griefing, we're going to turn mob spawning off for now. Because what we don't want is, there we go. Alright, mob spawning's off. Clear them out again. So with a quick little setup and you feed it in the right way, this is just to kind of demonstrate some mechanics you can utilize in order to filter out all. So, first things first, let's talk about creepers. Everybody loves creepers. Now, creepers will float. You can use that flotation device in order to separate out creepers from creepers and witches from skeletons and zombies. Again, they're always going to follow the same. They're going to float, they're going to go, but what if you want to sort them out? Well, at minecarts on activator rails, this is north, they want to go north, but you can also run them east. So if you set up a system where you run them east, and you put in this one trapdoor right here, up at the upper level, the same as if you were wanting to spawn in creepers, what ends up happening right here is, no matter how many I do, the trapdoor, or the trapdoor seems open for purposes of the minecarts for the creepers, and we'll send them north. Any witches that you may spawn in here, no matter how many you get, are just going to go and get sorted out. This will work for any one block high mob as well. So if you wanted to filter out your baby zombies and zombie villagers from the rest of them, you could also use this method. But zombies, right? Let's talk about zombies. Zombies and skeletons will float. and then they'll sink. Why would you ever need to sort out zombies and villagers together? I'm sorry, zombies and skeletons from each other. I'm thinking of a certain blast chamber going on right now. Now, mind you, this isn't perfect. They're excited because they see this guy. So, you know what? We're going to take care of that real quick. Goodbye, Mr. Villager. We'll get back to that in a second. So, a zombie is always going to see that turtle egg and run for it. A zombie villager is always going to. The skeleton, the only way to really affect the skeleton is to scare it with a dog. It takes a little bit. But eventually, it's going to detect that dog and run away. It's not the quickest. And of course, oh, there we go. He happened to be blocked in the glass. So, with the wolves, you got to get it just right. But once you do, right there, they are always going to go for that. Meanwhile, zombies are always going to go for the egg. Oh, not the creeper. We don't care about the creeper or the witch. We'll get rid of those. So, that is a way for you to sort out all your mobs. The more space you have here, position the dogs a little better, position the turtle eggs a little bit better, you'll be golden. You can sort out all those mobs together. Another thing that I've noticed is it's commonly people would really want to sort out their zombies from their zombie villagers. Now, people are often say, "Oh, you can drop them in water," which is true. The zombie will convert to a drowned eventually, and the zombie villager won't. But then you have a really angry drowned and a soggy zombie villager that you're not really sure what to do with. Here's a fun thing you can do. That's even better. Oh, let's change this back to nighttime. So, it's a bug in the game. The bug's been there for years. But what's happening here is the pathfinding of zombie villagers is broken. It cannot detect a villager through a closed door, but it will detect a turtle egg. Of course, a zombie will detect the turtle egg, but given the choice between a turtle egg or a villager, it's always going to go for the villager. So, the bug report's been there for years. I don't think they're going to fix this anytime soon. But if you're looking to get zombie villagers from a spawner, or you spawn them in some other way and you want to separate out easily your villagers automatically from your zombie villagers, this is a really good way to do it. They're always going to go away from each other. Turtle egg, zombie, or turtle egg, villager with a closed door. I suggest the iron so that it can't open it up. It's going to sort it. It's wonderful. So what have we done here? We have managed to sort out our creepers from our witches, from our zombies, from our skeletons. You include a little follow-up area over here with another turtle egg and a villager. You can separate out your zombies more. And that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Now, of course, your spiders aren't going to fit in a minecart like this. I would strongly suggest, for purposes of your mob farms, well, decide. If you're just building a general mob farm, then at that point, you're really not trying to filter anything out. If you don't want spiders, utilize the good old button method. Button and fence posts. Interrupt their hitbox so they got nowhere to spawn. They'll never spawn in here. If for some reason you just want a zombie, or you want a spider only, nothing else is ever going to spawn in this platform. Just go, have a block of air, have an upper slab, and you're golden. So, anti-spider, pro-spider, nothing else. You can utilize minecart mechanics, taking advantages of height to filter out your creepers from your witches. You can sit here and separate out your undead from your mobs from your living room using some water flow mechanics. You can separate out your zombie villagers from your zombies by using turtle eggs and villagers. I mean, there's just not another good way to get those skeletons moving except with a dog, unfortunately. A couple other things I would consider. If you are looking to, say, sort out your... Of course, if you want to sort out your creepers, all you got to do is on your mob farm. So, no, you know, yeah, and again, any creeper tutorial that you see that you like, it's gonna have you do this. There you go. So in this spot right here, the only thing that can spawn is a creeper and a spider. And if you put buttons every other place, you're gonna keep those spiders from spawning. This is where creeper-only farms come in. But what if you want something else? And this is where we get into biome selection. What if you're looking for a biome where you want to, say, maximize zombie spawns? Well, you're going to want to go to any biome except snowy plains where a stray can spawn. Because strays are considered a surface cap. On the cave cap of those, it'll suppress it. That's why your typical creep, if you want to get max output for your creeper farm, you build it in a frozen ocean or an ice spikes. Because in the cave mob cap, there's no skeletons. And that's pretty good. So you can go shopping around for biomes in order to enhance the rates of your zombies and zombie villagers. You'll get creepers too, but guess what? You can sort them out just as easily because, well, zombie villagers, they're 2 blocks high. Zombies are 2 blocks high. You'll get the occasional baby zombie that'll go in with your villagers, but those are just 5%. That's not bad. But what if you just want skeletons only? Well, you know, there's one biome in the game, a snowy plains. The only thing that can spawn in a snowy plains is on the surface, and that's skeletons, and of course their counterpart strays. There nothing was going to spawn in the cave mob cap, unfortunately, but if you're looking for a skeleton-only mob farm to build, and you don't want to bother with a spawner, go to a snowy plains. Snowy plains are great for skeletons and strays. Frozen oceans and ice spikes are great for just enhancing zombies because there are no skeletons. It also enhances creepers. And you can, in fact, fairly easily sort out a lot of these mobs together. Say you have some kind of insane plan for a creeper-based blast chamber, where you might happen to need a skeleton to shoot that poor defenseless creeper over there while it's aiming at an iron golem so that you can blow stuff up. It's on YouTube. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm leaning that way. But if I was wanting to sit there and sort out all these mobs so that I can get guarantee a skeleton in one place and a creeper in another, with a general mob farm overhead, providing me with infinitely duplicated TNT, because, let's be honest, the thing I want most out of Java is duplicating TNT. But we can't do that. Oh, you can use a gas blaster, you can use a wither chamber, but what if you could just use a creeper that's blown up because it's trying to kill the skeleton? How could you ever infinitely spawn those? I don't know. Old Rusty out.